YouTube channel, and welcome back to the Dance of the Dragons mod for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. This is the brand new version 2 beta update, and oh my god, do they work fast. They have gone ahead and implemented so much more stuff since version 1 came out about a month ago, and really have gone ahead and cleaned up a lot of the work in progress features that were in that initial release. Also, before we dive in, I do want to go ahead and clarify that this is still a Patreon only mod. They've been working on this, I think they started about 7 months ago, so you can already start to see the insane rate at which they're progressing, but there's still so much stuff that they need to work on, add, implement to actually make this a fully functioning mod, and before it does release to everybody. And as of right now, the Patreon is really supporting them in getting more assets, being able to hire more coders and stuff like that to go ahead and make this mod as epic as it can be. But you can support them for as little as like $5, I think, or $3 to $5 is the lowest amount, and get instant access to the mod. But I definitely wanted just to stick that in so you guys didn't think that this is something you could actually play right now over on Nexus mods or something like that. You do have to support them on Patreon. But before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor. Do you want to eat stress-free this summer? Then let me introduce you to Factor 75. Factor 75's delicious, ready-to-eat meals are perfect for summer. Every meal is chef-crafted, dietitian approved, and never frozen. And the best part, they're ready to eat in just 2 minutes. With a weekly menu of 35 options, you can choose meals that fit your lifestyle, like calorie smart, keto, protein plus, or vegan and veggie. Plus, Factor 75 offers over 60 add-ons every week, including breakfast, on-the-go lunches, snacks, you name it, they have it. Factor 75 meals eliminate the hassle of preparing, cooking, or cleaning up. Simply heat up and savor the good taste. And now, Factor 75 has even more snack options to keep you fueled all day: breakfast, smoothies, juices, small bites, and even more. So why not give Factor 75 a go by using the link in the description or by scanning my QR code, and receive a massive 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month's order. Sponsorships like this are a massive help to the channel, and I really appreciate everybody who uses the link down below in the description. You guys are really keeping the channel going. Once again, a massive thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to Westeros. So what is exactly in this brand new update? Well, it's a lot. So we have RBM integration, we have a work in progress war chariots and dual wielding, we have bandit spawning frequency. There are a lot of bandits on the map right now, and I think I would personally turn it down, not only to help with performance, but also I think it just makes the map a little bit less cluttered. We have a brand new armors with the Arons and the Veils. We have high tower armors being implemented, and a ton of horse armors as well, and they do look very, very cool. Not only that, tons of the map have also been improved upon. I mean, already this is hands down the best looking map in Bannerlord. I don't think it's even close. This map looks absolutely incredible as we're just going past it, you guys can see. And tons of these things have been updated. A lot of the time they were just work in progress, castle models and stuff like that. But basically we have now seen the complete continuation of that being fully done, and now Westeros is looking beautiful. Not only that though, we also do have a complete rebalance to all the armors, obviously with RBM being implemented and integrated into the mod just kind of by standard. That does mean that all the armors and stuff are going to have to be worked around and done. You can probably guarantee that that is no easy feat. We also have updates to House Stark, House Kerwin, House Maltell, House Greyjoy, and House Baratheon, as well as adding in House Lannister and Tully troops. And there have been more bandits added as well, with deserters, looters, slavers, and robber knights all being implemented and updated. And we also have new UI as well, so a lot of new icons have been implemented to go ahead and just kind of bring you more into the world. If we go to the inventory really quickly, you're actually going to be able to see that they've changed all of the items. Here's a nice little look at some of the gambesons as well. Again, they look really, really nice. But yeah, this is what I meant to say, not some of the icons and stuff, but yeah, all the icons for the upgrade tree is good. And again, I would love for them to go in and kind of just customize these a little bit more. I'm, after 4 years, a bit sick and tired of the same old upgrades, so it'd be cool once they've got a bit of time to actually go in and kind of Game of Thrones-ify a lot of this stuff, and maybe go in and change some of the skills and just have some fun with this. I think that would be really cool. One big thing as well they've implemented, and we'll start going through and actually taking a look at a lot of these changes, is there is now a siege scene for King's Landing, and as well you can actually walk around the city and stuff It looks incredible. Well, I'll go ahead. I'm playing as Rhaenyra right now, so I'm going to go and grab an army and we'll go and siege King's Landing and yeah, have some real good fun with that because yeah, it's just insane. And that's something as well that they've already spoken about they really want to do in the next beta update that's hopefully coming towards the end of the year. They're looking on adding in custom siege scenes for Dragonstone, High Tide, Rook's Rest, the Eyrie, Winterfell, Castle Black, Storm's End, High Garden, Old Town, Griffin's Roost, Starpoint, Three Towers, Raven Tree Hall, Bronzegate Pike, River Runs, Sunspear, The Twins, Hull, Lannisport, Castle Rock, Quaff, and yeah, that's it. I mean, there's so many, right? And that's something I'm looking forward to. I think that's one of the most complicated things to do in Bannerlord is the siege scenes and making them all work and function. But it adds so much. And so let's start off, I guess, by taking a look at some of the new armors actually in the game. Also, this is the Eyrie, and I think it looks so good. Imagine making your way into the Eyrie. You siege the bloody gate, break your way through, and you have to go up through all these castles. Technically, you don't have to. You can just go through. It'd be amazing if they could find a way to, like, if you're at war, block this off. That'd be, like, incredible. Unfortunately, I don't think Bannerlord is actually designed to be able to do that. But yeah, if we teleport over here, then we can actually go into the Eyrie and go in. Oh, it looks so good, right? It looks so good. But here we are. Here are going to be the Vale new soldiers. They're, of course, going to be heavily relying on their infantry and their elite cavalry right there. They've kind of got kind of that, like, Byzantine-style armor going on, which is kind of interesting. Their knights with the eagle on top looks really good. And there's actually several variants of them. One thing as well I think is going to just make it look so good in battle is going to be all this new horse armor that they've implemented in. The extra horse armor is going to be really good. They have some sharpshooters, which are very lightly armored, and then their guards. Again, I really like that they've gone ahead and actually developed militia levies as well. This means taking a castle is not going to be easy. You're not going to be fighting dudes in barely any robes. Not only are you going to be fighting the garrison, but you're going to be fighting like a fairly decently stocked up army, because these are going to be the default soldiers that spawn into just the militia, which is, again, really cool. And yeah, I love the new Vale soldiers. And again, here are some of their mid-tier riders. So of course, with the Vale, like anything, you're going to be just going in and getting as much damage done as possible with them elite knights. This has also now been complete, and look at that, it even is its own like little icon as well, the Titan over Bravos. I'm not sure if you have to, maybe there's going to be like a battle scene here, like if you want to siege Bravos, you have to go ahead and siege the Titan first, and you kind of fight underneath. That would be really, really cool. But as you guys can see, the city looks absolutely incredible on the campaign map. Just this big dwarven like mountain, like dwarving everything around it. Looks really cool. And this is kind of the first little glimpse of Essos. The rest of Essos hasn't really been touched yet. And again, I wouldn't mind a map where just none of that was even included, honestly, because I think there's just so much here to mess around with. But for the most part, the performance out there doesn't actually affect it too much. Really quickly as well, before we do dive in and actually go and take a look at the actual Siege of King's Landing now, I also want to again just go ahead and re-show off a lot of these cool keep rooms. And again, I really hope they implement some reasons to come here. They give us a reason to come here and do stuff, because yeah, these scenes just look absolutely incredible. This is of course High Tide, and when they do end up having their siege scenes as well, it's just gonna be so impressive. And you can just hear the rain, the thunderstorm coming in, like it just looks so cool. So this is the King's Landing keep siege. I have shown this off as well in my previous video, but if we quickly go over to the photo mode so we can actually just zip around, yeah, this is huge. So this is basically just the implementation of just the keep scene, but you can just do some crazy stuff. So this is one of the largest scenes that I've seen in Bannerlord for sure. It kind of ahead and spirals out. You've obviously got Balerion there. As we go further forward, you've got kind of like, you go down into the dungeons, and it just goes on and on. And I actually can't believe how long it must have taken someone to create this. So the dungeons, as you go, keep on going down. And as I mentioned, I really hope they find tons of good uses for these scenes, because there's just so much you could explore and so much to mess around with. And I'm sure as they're progressing through and you go further and like, we're still going down, right? We're still going down into the depths of King's Landing. Like, look at that, we're literally still going down, right into the dungeon where you guys can see. But as I mentioned, I really hope they do find good ways to this, and I think now that a lot of stuff has been implemented, it's going to be a bit easy to find time to actually start thinking about, like, oh, what quests could we possibly do in this? And we'll go over to the throne room as well to go and see that. And obviously the Iron Throne as well is going to be pretty important. But yeah, as you can see, it takes us a while to actually get there. Yeah, here is the throne room. I think it looks absolutely amazing. You can see a few of the armors as well scattered throughout there. And of course, is that, oh, it's not even Aegon. I don't even know who that is. She looks like she's been having a few too many weird brownies and some more armor. You can even go out as well. There's like all the gardens and stuff as you look out, like the trees right there. And yeah, it just looks great. Not only do we have that, we also have the actual city scene as well now. So if we dive into just walking around the city, so we have the keep scene, we have the normal scene here, as I need to quickly make my way back in, and there you go. Let's take a look at it, and we do this again and go boom, boom, boom. We can also take a look at the actual settlement itself. So look how cool this actually is, and you can actually go inside of the settlement. Oh wait, sorry. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is actually, I don't know why it spawned me here and not closer to the settlement. So this is like a side keep, and King's Landing is all the way over there. And you can go walk around the city and stuff. There's also like a bridge leading in, so it'd be so cool if you could actually have battles out here, make a program the parts around the city to be this, like even maybe having to take that settlement first. One thing, as I'll just yap as we make our way over here as well, there's one thing I would love to see in Bannerlord, and if any team can do it, I would love for these guys to do it, is multi-layer sieges. I feel like the foundations are already there with the keep battles and the normal battles. Like you win the normal battle and then you go into a keep scene. It'd be so cool if they could stagger the battles, you know, have like an outer battle, an inner battle, like fight for the second layer of the walls. Understand why no one's done it is because it forces you to create multiple siege maps, and it's just really hard to do. But how cool would that be? Okay, so we've now finally made our way over to the city itself, where you can obviously see the sheer scale of it. It looks really, really incredible. I believe the siege scene will probably be around here, right? Or maybe it's, yeah, around here where it's got the two layers right there, which again looks really cool. Opens up into the marketplace and then rest into the city. And again, I think majority of this you can get around. There is like a path going through here, which you guys can see expanding out in the bottom, I guess, top right of your screen. Like you make your way down that path to explore the city. And again, I really, as I keep on saying throughout this, is I hope they find more uses for these scenes, because yeah, they do look incredible. Of course, you just have like block housing to fill it out over here just to add to the scene, but I don't necessarily mind that as long as they find good uses for the rest of this. And yeah, the siege scene I think will be really, really interesting. Yeah, obviously a lot of time has gone into this, and with the Red Keep in the background, the Great Sept and the Dragon Pit, it looks great. Another thing to mention really quickly as well is they have also implemented in the diplomacy module into their mod as well. So you can see, and again, I love this new UI. I think it looks great. Again, just hopefully they can do some more stuff to like all these parts as well. It'd be really cool just to have like all of this UI kind of snazzed up and made to fit in with the mod. I think it adds a lot. But yeah, as you guys can see, you can also see the types of alliances as well that both sides do have. So over on the black side, we have the Vale, the Iron Islands, the North and Riverlands, and then over on the greens, we have the Reach, the Westlands, Stormlands, and a few of the other free cities in Essos. I guess that's the Triarchy? Is that the Triarchy? Probably, I assume so. But yeah, again, this is going to be really fun when the war does kick off, because all of these guys are going to be locked. Hopefully they do also just lock the wars as well. It'd be cool if there were events maybe, or quests you could follow to maybe switch sides or do some stuff like that. But it'd be great, yeah, just for the most part, just to have all these factions at war with everybody, and that just will just make for a mental time playing. Okay, so I've gone ahead and sieged King's Landing as Rhaenyra Targaryen, so let's see what we can do here. Again, I'm not going to fight the entire battle. I just want to show off the scene so you guys have a good idea about what's in it. And this is going to, I guess, probably kind of dictate the type of things that they're going to be doing in the future for the other battle maps that I mentioned earlier on in the video. Okay, so here we are on the siege scene. You can see the soldiers moving forward now. A lot of my Reach sharpshooters are here supporting me, pushing forward. And again, the other soldiers. At the moment, we don't have lots of detail actually on the like kind of base setup here. So we'll just tell everybody to charge. But again, you can start to see King's Landing. Of course, we're going to expect to see way more detail added to this outer layer right here as the boys do pull forward, and it does just look great, right? It really, really does. On the way up to the main gatehouse, you can see a lot of the enemy soldiers defending that. And if we take a nice little glimpse at the defense of the of the guys here, you can see the way they're setting up. A lot of infantry in the courtyard. They're going to have several positions here where they can fight, and of course, finally a place to fall back to right here This is also gated as well, I believe. The inner layer, yeah, the inner layer is gated as well, so you're gonna have to break through multiple gates to get into here, which is gonna make it very interesting. And yeah, just a very, very cool siege scene. It's gonna be very fun actually defending and fighting in something like this. And as I mentioned earlier, it would be amazing if they could add in like a Venice siege for Red Keep as well. So then if you win this battle, you can actually siege the gates of the Red Keep, and then you push into the throne room. Oh, that'd be amazing. But yeah, it looks great. We've done an awesome job with this, and this is really, I guess, just kind of the beginning when it comes to sieges and this mod. So I think there we have it. I've talked about pretty much everything implemented in this brand new update. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't talk about, I guess, which I'll talk about now really quickly, is they've also managed to dramatically reduce the load times of the mod as well. Previously, they would last like 5 minutes sometimes. That's completely fixed. For the most part, the first time you're loading is going to be a little bit heavy on the assets, whilst it kind of caches a lot of the actual assets of the units themselves and stuff. But after that first time you've loaded like all the assets, you're going to be in a very good situation, and you're going to be able just to jump in, and it's going to be like basically normal, maybe a little bit longer than normal for the most part. But there we have it. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. If you want to see a proper siege of King's Landing, that is something I can definitely do in a separate video, so let me know down below in the comments. Also, if you want to see me maybe take on a full campaign on this mod, let me know. I think it's in a much more playable state now, so I'd be more than happy to maybe give that a go and try and have some fun, whether we do just play as like Rhaenyra and we just dive in and we just try our best to kind of complete the day there. I'd be happy to do like a green or black playthrough, or even just a side character as well. Could be kind of fun. Make sure as well to leave a link to the mod down below in the description so you can check them out over on their Discord. Of course, drop a like and a comment if you haven't already. Subscribe for more Bannerlord, and I'll see you guys in the next one.